Hello everyone, and welcome back to Arthelia's Vintage and Handmade. Welcome to the final episode in the vlog series, Sewing Butterick B6556. I hope you were able to view my other installments, which just shows briefly some of the process I went through in making this dress and working with this pattern. This is the Gertie pattern right here, if you hadn't seen it before. I would like to take this time to just go over some of the things that I did through the process of sewing this dress, whether I liked it, how I think it came out. First of all, I talked about in my first episode what I was going to do in order to use the border print that I had to make the most of it. This border print is from the Gertie line that was done for Joann's. It's from about 2 years ago, I believe. I bought it when they were clearing them out. It has the large border print at the bottom, and then at the other end it had the small border print. So I really wanted to incorporate both of those, but the amount of fabric that I had, I was not able to do that and also make the skirt pleated as it was. I did not have enough fabric to lay out these skirt patterns in that way. So what I really wanted to do, I wanted the small roses at the waistline, and I wanted them on the cuffs of the sleeves. And I'm really glad I chose to do this because I think it really adds interest to the dress, also gives it a nice waistline effect, almost as if you're wearing a belt. The dress is a little big. This is my display mannequin, not my sewing mannequin, so she's a little bit smaller size, but you can, if I pull it in, you can see a little bit. Oops, she's losing her shoulder. You can see how it gives a nice waistline effect. It looks great with the gathered skirt. I don't think that was much of an alteration, because you can always alter the style skirt on really any pattern that you want. I love the semi-sweetheart necklace. It's more like a little cut-in V on a squared neckline. It's very wide set shoulders. It does not fit her properly. It definitely is coming in a little bit more, but they do fit quite wide. The back, I changed the zipper. She's a little more wrinkly back here. It called for a lapped zipper, which I don't love lapped zippers, so I prefer to just do a centered zipper, which I did. And I had a little bit of a problem getting that lined up. My seams, not due to the pattern or anything, I think I may have basted my zipper in a little too tightly or something that created some pulling, because the pattern, everything lined up, seams crosswise, all perfectly until I put my zipper in. So I think my stitches were off just a little bit and created, when this is secured here, it goes away. But if I had time, I could have easily fixed this and unbasted my zipper and re-put it in and everything, but I was kind of in a time crunch, so I just left that little bit. It's just a fraction of an inch off, maybe like an eighth of an inch. Does not line up, but no one would ever notice it. But now that I'm talking about it, maybe they will. But it is blended in by the rose pattern, so you really can't see it. I'm very happy with this pattern. It has a nice fit. I did the size 20 in this. I did not do any other adjustments to the sizes. The measurements on the size 20 are a 42 bust, a 34 waist, and a 44 hip. I do not have a 34 waist. At my smallest I had a 34 waist, or my current smallest, but with the amount of ease that is built into these patterns, I always go down because I want more of a snug fit. I did take video, or I had my son take some video while I was wearing this, so I will insert that video for you. I accessorized it with some vintage an earring and necklace set that was a gift, and a blue floral headband hat that was vintage, and a yellow vintage purse, and blue shoes from Miss Elfire. So I think all in all the outfit looked great. I got a lot of compliments on it. I also styled it with a crinoline to fill it out a little bit. In the video footage, it doesn't look like I have a crinoline on because it was very windy that day, so my skirt is kind of blowing around a lot. Anyway, this is generally a very simple pattern to follow, to use. I have no complaints. Nothing was hard for me to understand. I have been sewing a number of years. They do mark it as an easy pattern. It does call for you to do a lining, but it's not difficult. It's basically making the bodice twice and then just hand sewing it all down. So basically that's my review. I have no problems. Would I make it again? Probably not, simply because of the number of patterns that I have, and I tend to not like to duplicate unless I find fabric that I think, oh, this absolutely has to be this dress again. But normally I don't try to repeat patterns right now. If it came down to it, yes, I would make it again. If I had to do it over, yes, I would make it again. But otherwise, I probably will go on and make something new because I have a lot of patterns to go through. I guess that's all I have. If you have any other questions that I did not address in this video, please leave them below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would appreciate it very much. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!